Introduction. We have made the Kuala Lumpur Magistrate Court as a reference to succeed the proposal about our record center. Problem statements. The biggest problem faced in this court is the lack of storage space, records of staff and clients. The client's documents must only be held for 7 years from the end date of admission of the client before they can be disposed. Hence, we have developed a record center that has better and advanced service online, as well as having more space for a large number of staff and clients' record. Furthermore, the digitization process is pretty slow due to the lack of workers. This has caused the deficiency of storage space, as there are a lot of record cases in a day to be stored. In other cases, the staff cannot be alert for every record that is in and out, and it makes the security of records weak in the record center. Lastly, workers lack the experience and knowledge to manage the record center. Proposed record center. This record center is a departmental record center in which it is operated by the federal department to ensure organization records remain safe through confidential handling, secure storage and control, monitoring and access. It is usually housed in the headquarters office complex. The Congress Specialized Court Record Center was built to ensure that the entire court administration is operating smoothly. Storage rooms also are kept clean and easy to access, and all the records can be found quickly, resulting in saving time and money. Prospects clients. Our target for prospective client is for the government court, which is Kuala Lumpur Court. The objective of the Court Record Center is to maintain and operate a semi-current and non-current owned record center. This is our record center. So our motto is systematic and stable. This is in line with our goal to be the safest and most organized record center in the world. Our vision is to become the best departmental record center worldwide with effective management of staff and client records, both physical and electronic. The mission is assistance of a record center as a safe and well-organized entity, provide research and reference services, as well as collaborate on projects. Next, to achieve the satisfaction and confidence of the customer to use the services. Next, keeping, maintaining and preserving documents of long-term value. The objective is to acquire and manage all records in any format that has been retired from existing records management system. Next, to provide a reference service based on records for cost savings purpose and follow the record center standard to ensure all the records are kept in good working order and at a low cost. Next, to obey the record center standard for the sake of cost savings and improving storage and preservation, backup and recovery systems. To keep vital documents identification and security. To keep the interests of employees, clients and stakeholders in mind. To dispose of all documents according to disposition plans and schedules. Core business. Receiving information from the record center. Records protection and management. Document reference and access. Document evaluation of permanent value or no value. Document disposal and the transfer or destruction.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Nurul, I'm Nordin, and today I'm going to present about administrative structure. And the first one, we have Director of Departmental Records, and her job is obtaining, indexing, retrieving, and deleting documents in compliance with relevant protocols, standards, and regulation of court records. And the next one, we have Records Manager, which manages system administration and also arrange training for the new staff. And then we have Record Supervisor to provide training and capable of direct records checking, such as for disposition and also non-current files. Administrative Clerk to organize and maintain files to be available for other staff, and also regularly do inventory checking. Then we have Storage Clerk, which is responsible for receiving records document, unloading, and marking all the records according to their codes. Then we have Data Reference Clerk to maintain database and client account. and also prepare data source for machine entry. Senior security clerk to communicate with employers and guests when needed, and also securing premises and monitoring surveillance equipment. Then we have 3 security guard, which is to patrol and monitoring premises, and also to ensure the company staff a safe environment.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Nursyuhada. I will be presenting for 3.0, which is collecting information about record system. The first one is site visit. We decided to visit AGS Records Management Malaysia, which is located in Kuala Lumpur that is close to our record center. Because of this, we are able to see how they do their work and how they manage their records effectively and efficiently so that we can follow their way in our record center. At the same time, we gain a lot of new information and knowledge, for instance, about proper records management. Also, we get a chance to learn how to promote our record center by creating our official website. So, if we have our official website, people out there will recognize our record center and will use our services in the future to satisfy their needs and put their trust in us to secure their records safely. Then, we find other information with literature survey. We choose IRMT manual, managing records in record center, because we found this manual as the best guideline for us to follow and apply in our record center. With this manual, it really helps us to understand more about records management. Moving on, we continue our research with using web browsing. We have found the information from AGS Records Management Malaysia's website, which they provided the clients with their services on a physical document management and electronic archiving system. Their services on physical document management consist of 4 types, such as document collection or implementation, secure document storage, document archival services, and confidential records destruction. The first one is document collection, which they offer transfer and handling service which clients need to reconcile logistical and human resources according to their premises and needs. Second, for secure document storage, they use metal racks. They ensure their clients' records security by using detection and protection against intrusion and fire, as well as regular fumigation and vermin treatment. So the client no need to worry because their records are safely secure. Then for document archival services, they provide access and administrative processing, which are web interface that can enable clients to manage their records and have personalized access levels for their employees. Lastly, confidential records destruction is when the records with a legal retention period have expired. So they use 2 solutions in destruct clients' records by recycling and grinding or compacting. This thing will happen if get received a certificate of destruction by authorized person. Next, for the electronic archiving system, it consists of 2, which are secure record archiving and virtual document safe. So the first one is secure record archiving, which this secure record will put clients' information in a safe and accessible place by using their own records management software. For virtual document safe, we find that their virtual safe system allows for multiple authentication modes and desired security levels depending on their client's need. Their documents are managed according to a classification plan and controlled by an administrator. Moving on for records policy, we need to state information our company must retain as a record. We realize that how important records management policies are for our company's data security and management procedures. Record policy also serves as the organization's institutional memory regarding policy creation. It is vital to specify the context in which they will be maintained and executed. We have used several actions in disposing the records for physical records and electronic records. For our physical records, we have the record that contains sensitive information such as client's name, social security numbers, and for non-sensitive information, it includes business information that is not subjected to special protection and may be routinely shared with anyone inside or outside of the business. For the sensitive information, we dispose them by shredding, incineration, and secure digital destruction. As for the non-sensitive information, we discarded records in the trash, recycle, and digital destroyed. Next, for the electronic records for computer, we reformatted first the hard drive before dispose. Magnetic media, such as tapes, will be erased then by subjecting the media to a strong magnetic field, and the media can then be reused. Lastly, for optical media such as DVDs and CDs, we dispose them by cutting and crushing. Here are our average amount of paper and electronic records for current, semi-current, and non-current records. For current records, we have 20,000 for paper records and 35,000 for electronic records. Next, for the semi-current records, paper records have 45,000 and electronic records have 60,000. Lastly, for non-current records, it contains 10,000 for paper records and 50,000 for electronic records.
Location. The Congress Specialized Card Record Center's address remains the same, which is in Jalan Tunku Abdul Halim, Kompleks Kerajaan 50480 Kuala Lumpur, Wilayah Persekutuan Kuala Lumpur. The distance is not more than 0.5 kilometers from the headquarters and takes less than 5 minutes to get there. The benefits of constructing the records center near the Kuala Lumpur Magistrate Court are to save security guards' salaries and easy access to records in minutes. This record center is located in the city, and the condition of the record center is likewise level ground. Moreover, it is not easy to be hit by flooding or any hazard such as fire, flood, storm, thief, and even from elements of dust, insects, mildew, and others. The Congress Specialized Car Record Center has the transportation system. For instance, the transports are a motorcycle, forklift truck, and van. The function is to do a pickup and delivery of all of the staff and clients' records as requested. The loading bay, which is a space for Congress Specialized Card Record Center vehicles to transfer the records to other locations and facilitate the delivery of records out and receive documents. All of the vehicles used based on the quantity of the record themselves. For example, the staff will use the forklift truck if there is a large quantity of record center and the loading bay instead of using a motorcycle. Public transportation. The clients who prefer to use public transport are able to book LRT and MRT that are served around Kuala Lumpur and the Klang Valley area. They are able to take various forms of public transit, such as a taxi or a bus, to get to the Congress Specialized Card Record Center quickly. Communication systems. Maintaining contact with the client necessitates effective communication. We provide a telephone line and fax number to simplify every in and out records, movement, and ease communication between the staff in the record center with the client. Besides, there is also another alternative for the client to contact the staff through email, congressspecialized.my@src.com.my. This is the effective way that is vital to quick and easy access to the records by using the online network. Other than that, all the staff and clients can directly access Congress Specialized Card Record Center's official website. The website includes all of the record center information such as the motto, vision, mission, objective, core business, organization and chart, and others. We believe the telephone line, fax number, email, and the website provided will make it easier for all of the clients and the staff to achieve information, contact, and give further feedback. For any suggestion, improvement, Congress Specialized Card Record Center.
Moving on for 5.0, which is constructing or adapting a building for use as a record center. The first one is land rental. We decided to build our new record center by renting land belonging to Kuala Lumpur Magistrates Court. This is due to the reason we do not need a down payment for securing the land as well purchasing the property, and we can cut the cost instead of buying a new land. The construction works will involve Jabatan Kerja Raya Kuala Lumpur JKR, Tenaga Nasional Berhad TNB, Indah Water engineers and contractors, and install a water flow system. Here is our floor plan Congress Specialist Court Record Center. Our record center has 2 floors and all the clients' records are at the 2nd floor. The most important things, we put our vault in the basement because it is more safe. And every floor we hired the security. So we can see here, this is all the items that we need for construct our record center. Total costing for this item to construct our record center are 3,835,568.
My name is Nur Syuhada, and I'm going to be presenting starting for 6.0, 7.0 and 10.0. So 6.0, conducting a pilot project to manage the records of selected agencies. 6.1, agency involved. The Congress Specialist Court Record Center will be serving one and just one client in the near future, that is Kuala Lumpur Magistrate Court. The existence of the record center was made into reality with the aim and function to occupy Kuala Lumpur Magistrate Court's daily records, as well as transactions that were created within the court itself. The records from the Magistrate Court will be transported to the record center daily, as the record center buildings are still within the range of the Magistrate Court. Strength. The Congress Specialist Court Record Center will excel in security of the records. This is because the District Court is the only client that the record center will ever serve, which means that the only transaction and business that the record center will ever conduct is between the Magistrate Court. Any other business as well as transactions with other organizations will be noticed right away. Weakness. The main flaw would be on how the amount of records coming in is a lot more than the amount of records going out. The Congress Specialist Court Record Center will receive multiple records almost every day due to the court creating reports to proceedings and trials that will run almost daily. Positive and negative client feedback. The positive feedback that was received by the record center is on the fast process of acquiring the records and managing it. As the process of transferring record from the court to the record center did not take a lot of time, the record center was able to process the needed management upon the records as soon as the daily records arrived at the record center. 7.0, establishing a full record service. Solution for the weakness. As the weakness of having too much record coming in, but few coming out of the record center, it could be resolved by having even more space to keep receiving daily records or adding more staff in managing the records. By having more space in the record center, the more shelf and available spots for the daily records to be placed in. Adding more staff in managing the records also resolve the issue of having too many records coming in than coming out of the record center, as the process of disposition and archiving were made smoother and faster. It could free up spaces for new records to be stored and managed. 7.2, the launching program. The launching program was held on 21st January of 2021, and it is officiated by the director of the Congress Specialist Court Record Center herself, as well as co-officiated by the director of Kuala Lumpur Court. The launching program of the Record Center, of course, was held at the Congress Specialist Court Record Center itself. The program was made successful due to the involvement of the staff from the Record Center, also the staff from the Record Department of the Magistrate Court. Promotional activities on the launching program. Promotional activities that were made for the launch program were made in different approach. Banners were put up as a way of promoting the launching program. Not only that, posters were distributed within the Magistrate Court as well as the Record Center as a way to inform workers and colleagues about the launching program. We're also promoting the existence of Record Center in hopes that workers and colleagues would be attracted to attend the launching program. Promotional activities were made also through social media in order to reach even more people in attending the launching program.
We have caring for records in different formats. And the first one, we have thermometer to measure air temperature in the records room. And then we have smoke alarms for fire protection device that will sense the presence of smoke. And then we have air humidity to monitor the air humidity in the records room. and water sprinkler. It will pour out water when there is fire. Next, we have fire extinguisher to release gas or powder, water, or any other material that will take the fire out during a fire burning incident. Then we have emergency lights and edge, which will assist company staff in finding their way to exit during any incident. And then we have LED emergency light, which will switch on itself during a blackout. And then we have wire alarm system that will alert the security in case there is a break-in into the building. And then we have key card system at the entrance and also the exit of the building. This will ensure the staff and the company's security. And then we have CCTV to monitor the interior and exterior of a property. And then biometric fingerprint that will install into the building to increase security system. Pest control to forbid any damage to the equipment in the building. And also disaster control safety plan for the company staff in case there is any unpleasant things occur. The estimated cost for salaries and wages, which is 42,400 ringgit. And then building and area rental, we have 3,805,568. For facilities and equipments, we have 4,762 ringgit measure.
Conclusion. Promotional activities for the proposed record center. Different approaches were taken to promote activities carried out for the proposed record center. As a tool to promote the record center, banners were placed. In addition, the magistrate court and the record center distributed posters to inform the workers and colleagues of the launch of the record keeping center, while at the same time promoting launch programs in the hope that employees and colleagues were encouraged to join both the startup and the record breaking center. Promotional works was also done through social media to attract even more people to the proposed record center. 10.2 Future enhancement for the proposed record center. Some of the future planning of the record center will be to have more space for the daily records. It is hoped that in the near future of the record center, it could bear even more records to be managed and kept. Also, it is planned to occupy more staff in order to run the records management process smoother and better than how well it could process at the moment. Not to mention, the security of the record center was also considered in the future, as it is a vital part of having the record center as well as record management. Yeah, thank you very much.